I'm Russell Mace with Mace Tech Security Solutions. I'm glad that I also had a talk tonight about the other end of what I do. What I'm going to talk about a little bit is defense and how to maintain your privacy. Whereas, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on your name. Jackie, yes, Jackie said, talked about, right, how to lose your privacy. So I've got my notes with me because being an engineer, I'm not a speaker, I'm an engineer, so I use notes and those kinds of things. But Idea Camp, I've been sponsoring Idea Camp and coming to Idea Camp. I really like it. I think that ideas that we present here are used to develop our beliefs, and those beliefs drive our actions. And that's what I want to do, and that's what I think Idea Camp is about, is to change ideas so that we can have actionable beliefs about what these ideas are. So what I want to do tonight is just explore some of these ideas about privacy and technology and the Fourth Amendment and what that means to all of us, because as human beings, we have what is privacy? It's part of our humanity. It's part of our natural rights. We all have, as social beings, we all have a desire to maintain intimacies with our fellow human beings, to keep secrets, if you will. Not because we're doing something wrong. How many of you have heard this argument about, well, if you don't have something to hide, then, right? And the connotation from that is that, well, you must be guilty of something. And that's not true at all. Being humans, being social animals, we all want to maintain our privacy. We all have this natural desire. And so I think that is our founders recognized that was part of what it means as our inalienable rights. And that's why they enacted the Bill of Rights and the Fourth Amendment in particular, which does talk about privacy, and we'll talk about it a little more. But so let's make this a little interactive. I have, by the way, for anyone that participates, I have, being a information system security company, this is Kaspersky One Universal Security. You can put this on your phones. It's a 6-month license, and what it does is it allows you to track your phone if you ever lose it. You drop it somewhere or leave it somewhere, you can go online and see where it is and take pictures with it and lock it down or wipe it out or whatever you need to do. So here is a 6-month free security. So if you participate and answer a question or two, then you may get one of these. So remember the movie Meet the Fockers, right? And who was Robert De Niro's character? His name was Jack. Jack had his circle of trust, right? And you wanted to be in the circle of trust. Well, was Jack doing something wrong? No. But he still had his circle of trust. That's what I mean by our inalienable rights. We all want this privacy. So who wants to take our privacy away? What I mean by that is what kinds of people want to take away our privacy? The government. Who said that? There you go. All right. The government. Wait a minute. Hang on just a second. I'm going to write here. Oops. I call that the authorities. They want to take away. Who else? Anyone? Business? Salesmen. That's right. We have salesmen. They want to do stuff. Anyone else? How about thieves? Thieves would like to steal our information because they want our money and they want our property. Okay? Pardon? Jackie? Yeah, Jackie. Shame, Jackie. Well, the other category that I identify as politicians. Okay, they want to influence the way you think, or they want to know how you feel. They want to know exactly. So it's politicians. So we've got salesmen, and they want to sell you stuff. They want your money. We got thieves. They want to steal your money. They want to steal your intellectual property, or they want to steal information about you. We have politicians, and then we have the government. Which one of these is the most dangerous? I like that answer. Government. You got a car. Okay. Thieves. I heard thieves too. Who said thieves? Thieves, okay. Well, thieves are dangerous because they can defraud you, they can steal your money, they can get into your bank account, they can understand, you know, that you're gone on vacation and your house is empty, so they can come and rob you, those kinds of things. But they only have the ability to do that illegally, and they have consequences for doing that. So they can't openly do that, but the government, the authorities, they can use force, and they can legally and legitimately use force against you and take away your privacy, take away your freedom, take away your liberties. And that's why the authorities and the government are the most dangerous of these categories of people that want to take away our privacy. Now, we have governments across the world that are using their authority to suppress dissent, to jail their citizens, to kill their citizens, to do these kinds of things. We don't have that here yet, okay? But we do have, I mean, our own government is right now developing a massive infrastructure for tracking what each and every one of us does all the time. They want to know for our own good and to keep us safe, of course, exactly what each one of us is doing. I have a couple of I went online today preparing for this just to get a couple of ideas about what's going on. So I'll just read a couple of the articles or reference them basically. This was from March 26, 2013. Very topical, just a couple weeks ago. FBI pursuing real-time Gmail spying powers as their, quote, top priority for 2013. So the FBI isn't satisfied with the current capabilities they have, which is to go back and research through your email and see what you've been talking about and those kinds of things. They want to be able to tell what you're saying right now immediately, okay? And that is their top priority, not my words. The FBI directors, what's his name? Wasserman or something? Weissman. FBI General Counsel Andrew Weissman. Anyway, he is, that's the FBI. Here's another one, let's see. Exclusive. March 13, 2013. Again, very topical, just a month ago. U.S. to let spy agencies scour Americans' finances. The FBI can already do this. The FBI has the right to go in and look at your bank account, and your bank, being in the United States of America, is obligated to let them look. But now they also want 17 other agencies, including the NSA and the CIA and all these other three-letter agencies probably that exist out there to rummage around in your bank accounts. So what stops, or what is the measures that we can take to prevent that? Well, we have this little thing called the Fourth Amendment. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by an oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Okay? So our founding fathers recognized that this unique ability of the government to forcibly and legally take away your freedom and your liberty, they recognized that that had to be put in check. And that's what our Bill of Rights is. And the Fourth Amendment has to do specifically with our privacy. Now, sadly enough, we're giving away our privacy these days. If you go on Facebook and you can see, you know, what a person's habits are, who they associate with, where they're at, what their last bowel movement was. We're giving away this privacy, and part of that is our own fault, okay? But the other flip side of that is just by the fact that we exist and live and go about day to day, it used to be we could expect a certain level of privacy just by existing day to day. You know, there wasn't somebody looking over our shoulder. Nobody was looking in our bank accounts. Nobody was spying on us unless you had a peeping Tom next door or something. You know, we could go about and expect a level of privacy. Well, that expectation and this is where we get into how our ideals fundamentally change and where our beliefs change, that level of expectation of privacy is gone. Yes? Okay. Very good. Okay, I better hurry. So, who is responsible for our privacy?
Yourself.
Right. I mean, that's the obvious answer. It's not the government. Who said that first? I don't know. Yeah, sure. I have some more of these too in case anybody is interested in having one. This is just a way to me get y'all to talk, but ourselves. Here's one of the fundamental beliefs that have changed. Privacy is not something that we can take for granted anymore. It's something that we have to take a personal responsibility for. With a big P and a big R, personal responsibility. You've heard that phrase before. Well, it's something that we can't just take for granted. We have to maintain and do something to intervene to keep our privacy. Otherwise, it's gone. So, what can we do about it? Anybody have any ideas?
Call Jackie.
Call Jackie. Yeah, Jackie. Hey, you can call me too. In fact, we should team up.
Joint venture.
A joint venture. Yeah. So what can we do about it? Well, there's technology-wise, you know. Okay. First of all, what kinds of technologies are there out there that are violating our privacy or have the potential to violate our privacy? Anybody? Hackers? Okay. So, let's write this down. Hackers. Anything else? What other kind of... That's a good answer, but I'm talking about actual technologies that are in existence that... Go ahead. There you go. So,
Viruses?
so tracking is one of those things that tells about our behavior.
You have to be self-aware too, because you have to know if you're logging onto a private network, a public network. You have to know yourself. You have to take responsibility to know what you're logging onto that opens your information up.
Very
A
good.
lot of it comes back to you yourself. Being
Absolutely.
knowledgeable and learning about, once you have email, or Facebook, or anything else, what you're opening yourself up to.
Absolutely. So being aware of your surroundings is important on the internet just like it is in real life. So I've got 2 minutes left. So let me just summarize a couple of ideas that I want people to take away from here. So privacy is a personal responsibility. Another belief or another idea is there's going to be a battle in the marketplace for your personal data amongst salesmen, marketplace, and the politics and government to get your personal data. And unless you take measures, it's out there and available. All communications that you make, you should consider public unless you do something to intervene and to prevent that. You should consider that public information. When you send out an email, just pretend that you know your next door neighbor is looking over your shoulder, because they might be. Now, from a business perspective, I'm a businessman. Privacy is going to become more and more a marketable product. One of the reasons I got into this line of work, into the security line of work, is because I realized that privacy is important to people, and people that want to maintain their privacy are going to have to do something to do that. And that's why I'm in existence. That's what I like to do, is help people understand how they can remain secure and private online. Finally, those that contribute to technology will have something to sell. That help people remain private will have something to sell. And the wealthier you are, the more private you're going to be, because nowadays it takes money to be private. Okay, any other questions? All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.